All right, folks, welcome back. PrepperNow. Today we're going to be talking about another wonderful element of our dangerous cities, the sheer traffic and how much time it wastes. PrepperNow is now being sponsored by Augusta Precious Metals. They're a member of the Better Business Bureau, and you can check them out online at AugustaPreciousMetals.com, and a great place to consider putting your retirement if you want to put it into a gold or silver IRA. Welcome to PrepperNow.
Please, Lord, help me get one more.
All right, friends, thanks so much for being here. Hit the like button and stuff. Notifications, yada, yada, yada. We have some news. I have it on good authority that the traffic king of America for a city is no longer Los Angeles. That's right. Los Angeles does not have the worst traffic anymore. Now it is Washington, D.C., and I can tell you this from firsthand account. I don't live in the D.C. area anymore, but I do have to traverse that wonderful traffic every day. What's your traffic like in your area? Are you rural? Are you in a city? I'm starting to focus more on the cities and the wonderful things. I was looking for, something. There's always some terrible story about something. But the traffic is a problem, And I don't know, maybe last night you were hearing about my car issues. We basically had a car that had a transmission and a engine problem. And it's a 2020 with 62,000 miles when we bought it. Year and a half later, it was basically ready for the junkyard. So we got rid of it. Took a loss. Bought a new car. Not new, but like used. 2017, 67,000 miles on it. It has a bad engine. That's going to be an $8,000 cost per the automotive people. So everything in this country at this point now is just, or everything in this world is just a hunk of crap. Everything is just poorly put together. They want to smash you inside of these cities so you can sit there and suffer through the traffic, and it's getting worse. Meanwhile, they want to tell you that you're the environment is getting worse and everything around you is getting worse because of pollution and stuff. Yet, what do they want to do? They want to stick you inside of these beltways, as we call it here, and make you suffer on the daily. We moved away. We did it on purpose because we really didn't want to have to deal with all this. So we have our own issues. As per the car, my wife and I have decided that obviously God is trying to tell us something. What that is, we don't know yet, but we're going to figure it out. As for Washington, the average length of a weekday congestion, morning and evening rush hours, is 6 hours and 35 minutes. Los Angeles, according to the report, that's second only to Los Angeles, and it adds up to 71 days. So 71 days a year. Imagine you're sitting in traffic. We have friends that he's an electrician. He works in D.C., and he lives out in kind of the hinterlands. He's about an hour and a half away because he doesn't want to live in the city, and he leaves at 4 o'clock in the morning because he can actually get there at 5:30, and then he can leave at 3 o'clock in the afternoon or something like that. Which his commute home is terrible. But this is what people are trying to do. They're trying to get away from all this by going around the hours or whatever. That's why, honestly, when my wife got a chance to work from her home, our home, then, she took it because traffic was terrible. She had to go to the outer rim of D.C., but it was an hour each day. And that was to the very, very exurbs of D.C. So this is all from Consumer Affairs. Miami, San Fran, Atlanta. These are the top 5 if you include DC and Los Angeles. But don't forget, you've got Boston, Denver, Portland, Chicago, and Austin. They're all in there as well. Congestion is oftentimes a sign of economic prosperity, they said. Oh, wonderful. Thank you. Yeah, that's great. When we talked to the first guy that diagnosed what the problem was, didn't know exactly, but kind of gave us an idea on our vehicle, he said, you know what the problem is that now these vehicles, what they do is they make it so they've got so many different parameters they have to do to make it for, in environmentalism and, fuel efficiency and everything else, that there's so many different factors that go into it. It can't get less than 32 miles per gallon. It's got to have this amount on the pollution rating, and it can't do this, and it can't do that. So by putting all of these things in there, what they do is they basically make it so it's impossible. And now they're seeing more cataclysmic failure of these engines. If you'd have told me 5 years ago I'd buy 2 consecutive vehicles in the modern era that were newer that would have these problems, I'd laugh in your face. It's becoming more of an economic reality. Now, the good news is we will handle it. We will deal with it. We are prudent people, and we will figure it out. Problem is that this is happening to other people. And this is the kind of world that we're living in. We're living in a world where we've got 2 different realities. You've got the reality of the people that sit there and cry and whine and say that, oh my God, everything is the earth is fighting back, and it's, we're polluted and it's terrible. And so we got to do all these things to make our vehicles more efficient and our appliances more efficient and our homes more efficient and everything else, when all it does is just make them crappier and less functional. And we got to buy more of them anyway. So we've got 2 worlds coming, folks. You got 2 different things we're going to have to deal with. And I'm going to show you an example of both worlds. What kind of a world do you want to live in? And put it in the comments. The first world, where you're going to listen to a BBC thing about how everybody in the workplace is just a terrible right. And then the second one is Harbaugh showing I believe John or Jim, Baltimore coach, showing a reporter that, framing questions in these woke kind of styles are idiotic and it's dividing people. And so I guess the larger question is, are we ever going to get a certain set of people out of control that are making it so our cars are crappier, our world is crappier, our appliances are crappier, and all of these different parameters that we have to live under are just making things generally crappier? Because that's what it feels like to me. All right, friends, hit the like button. This message has been brought to you by Augusta Precious Metals. If you're looking for putting your money in your IRA into gold and silver, this is a top company to do so, and we are sponsored by them. Hit the links in the description, and we will see you on the next one. Also, OUPES.com, OUPES.com, Mega One solar generator. Still got 5 hours left to get a wonderful deal on their website for the Mega One. God bless. We'll see you on the next one.
It's birthday. Let's hear you sing. Sing. Come on, Beyonce.
Happy birthday to you. That was so beautiful. Anyway, who wants some cake?
Yes.
It's not easy being the minority in any situation, but in the workplace, as the only black woman, it can be a very frustrating and stressful environment.
Okay, Beyonce. Now let's get information for this cake.
I'm just in the middle of something. I'll be there in a sec.
Oh,
And that, my friends, is an example of a microaggression.
past, Donald Trump has said, denigrating things about Baltimore, including no human being who wants to live there. As a prominent representative of Baltimore.
Boy, well, how you frame that question? I would frame the question like, you got a chance to go visit with the president, man. What was that experience like? It was amazing. It was awesome. And I promise you, I root for our president. I want our president to be successful, just like I want my quarterback to be successful.